Yeah, you know what? We should get you on the. I'm gonna get you on the video. You want to get on the video with me, please? Let's get on the live stream. Get on the live stream with me. This would be cool. Are you coming on? It looks like you're about to come on. Yay! There she is. Oh my God, you're beautiful. You look like, I swear to God, you look just like my niece. Only you're probably a little bit old. How old are you?
32.
32. Yeah, she's like 19.
Yeah, I still get carded.
For real? Oh, that's cool. So, what do you do? You're an entrepreneur?
Hi, I'm an artist.
Really? You sing?
No, I paint. I do things with my hands. I'm a nature photographer.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. See, I love photography, but I don't. The one thing I can't do is like painting and drawing and stuff. Yeah. Hey, we can help each other out. You know, for real. I need someone to. What was that? A dog?
This is my cat.
Let me see. Let me see. That's so cute. Oh, is she wearing like a tie or something?
Oh no, she has her collar on with her
Oh.
tags.
Oh, okay. It looked like a red tie coming down or something. That's cute.
She's like the most vocal cat in the world.
Where are you at? Where do you live?
Seattle.
Oh, okay. What's it like out there? Is it it's what time is it out there?
6:26 p.m.
Oh, okay. You're on same time zone as me. I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh yeah, same time zone.
Okay. That's one thing I'm not good at is knowing, geography and time zones and yeah.
There's a lot of them.
So, okay. So when did you start watching Gary Vaynerchuk?
Actually, when I need to decompress, I could just go to the search function in Instagram and kind of watch whatever pops up.
Yeah.
And he kept popping up
Yeah.
in my search function, but I didn't know who he was because it wasn't coming directly from his feed. It was people sharing his stuff. And so it was like coming from like BuzzFeed, and like I couldn't find links to who he was. And so finally I saw one pop up and it was from his actual account, and so I went and followed him. But I kept seeing his the messages he was sharing with people. I was like, that's what I've been saying for 10 years.
Yeah, like what specifically was like really hit you? What specifically really hit you that he said?
There was one video that I saw that caught my attention in particular where he was talking to a teenage boy who had a father who was abusive and was controlling and was like preventing him from being safe, but he didn't want to leave the situation because his mom was still in it. And Gary Vee was just like, look, you've got two choices. You can either stay or you can leave, but you need to make your choice and you need to stick with it and you need to own it and you need to do what you need to do. And like just the fact that he is so direct, and he speaks his mind, and the fact that he does so with kindness and compassion is really important.
Yeah, it's like when he speaks to other people, he's like when he speaks one-on-one, it's like he's direct still, but he's more loving, I think, because he's still loving, but some people can't digest it if you would say to him, grow up, you know what I mean? Like if you would say just some of the things he says, like, what the fuck are you waiting for? Stop making excuses. If you got like that, like one-on-one, a lot of people can handle it.
Yeah.
And especially if you're talking to something like that one-on-one on camera, then it's like that's not really cool. The way it depends. Like I would love him to talk to me like that. I love it. I love the truth.
Yeah.
It shows that like when someone tells you the truth about the things you're doing wrong, it shows that they care, because a lot of people are too afraid to say that. But you know what he said one time? I was like, now I can explain this to other people, because I was trying to figure it out. Most people, this is what he said, most people are too afraid to tell someone that they claim to care about the truth about, where they're messing up in their business or whatever in their life, because they're afraid of having disagreements and stuff like that in the short term. But guess what? Meanwhile, you're letting those people lose in the long term. And that's pathetic if you when you really claim that you love someone, and you'll let them lose in the long term, because they're gonna keep losing unless somebody tells them, and that's love. So that's when, like, I'll never forget that speech. And did you know I actually met him?
Really?
He's amazing. Yeah. Like, it's a long story, but I have a video on my YouTube channel about it, and I don't want to spoil it. You'll love it, but he's in the video. So yeah, I spoiled it. Okay, but it's just it's so stupid. But when I get tired, I get stupid. I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning because I plan on making it.
Been up since I've been up since 1.
What? While you can sleep, or?
No, my cat kept waking me up, and I get up. So I'm in the last 2 weeks of my job.
Oh, really? What does that mean? Like, you're quitting?
Huh?
You're quitting? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, actually, so Gary Vee kind of came in during.
Go, girl.
Gary Vee kind of came into play very recently. Like, I just figured out who he was within the last couple of weeks. Sorry, I'm really tired.
Yeah, I know.
And so over the last couple of years, people think that I'm absolutely insane. I've been spending the last couple of years working.
You're on the right path.
Yeah, I just sent his account a message today saying this. Like, I really appreciate his messages, not necessarily from a business standpoint, but from a personal standpoint. I appreciate that that what he says is applicable, not just for entrepreneurs, but for everybody. Like, I'm an abuse survivor, and
me too.
Yeah. And so I figured out a long time ago that all of those skills that I learned to survive the abuse are skills that I can implement in healthy ways to thrive in my life.
Oh, and God, so, like, you are so amazing.
I know what it's like to have absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I know what it's like to have everything stripped away from me and have to, like, start from scratch. If I can thrive in that moment, if I can thrive when I have nothing, then how do I implement that into my life so that I can get from where I am now to where I want to be?
Yeah.
And I can survive. I know that I can survive without Netflix. I know that I can survive without getting a coffee every morning before work. I know that I can survive, fill in the blank, because I've done it. I've been forced to do it. And if I can do it when I'm forced to do it, then I can do it when I'm not forced to do it.
You can do it, yeah.
And so I've gotten my monthly bills down to less than $200. So I can quit my job and focus on being a full-time artist and travel and do whatever I want.
Oh, God, I'm so happy.
Think I'm insane. They think I'm insane.
You are insane. Crazy people got all the money, though.
I told people, I told my boss when I first started, I was like, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to retire in my 30s. He's like, that's insane. Why would you want to do that? What would you do? And I'm like, why wouldn't I want to do that? Why would I want to have a boss for the rest of my life? Why would you want
to? Exactly. It's a prison. It's like being in prison.
People think that I'm insane. And I'm like, what's insane to me is working a 9 to 5, working all week for that weekend. Only
you're staying by job. Yep.
Like, and now, because
how can you enjoy it when you know you got to go back there?
Yeah. Now
my whole life is a vacation.
Huh?
My whole life is a vacation. I don't need a vacation.
Exactly. So why would I spend my whole life waiting for those moments of freedom when I can use the skills that I learned through survival and recovery to thrive now and to have that freedom all the time?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. So wait, I guess you don't know my name, do you?
No.
It's okay. But is your real name Lily, though?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Liberty V. Justice.
I love that.
I changed my name 4 years ago, and because Christ freed me. And I said, the only freedom I need now is financial. That's it. I got it all.
I changed my name last month.
Nuh-uh. Why? Why'd you change it? Do you mind sharing?
So I'm not going to tell you what it was, but
that's okay.
Because coming up in a house where I was abused, that name as an adult was a trigger. Every time I would hear it, I was that little kid again. And
my God.
I needed to not hear that name anymore.
You're my soulmate. That's why I changed my name. I'm serious. Like, oh my God.
I feel bad that I'm making you cry, but I also
No,
like I know that it's happy tears.
it's crazy. Oh, this is crazy. Gary Vee brought us together. um, I just put out my story. I'll be going to Powerful You this weekend, but I I had changed my name. I don't like. The only thing is, I'll say my name. The only problem is, I want people to find me. That's why I'll say it. But my name is like you. I did it legal too, and like I felt like that name was a stronghold over my life. It was Heather Dalrymple. Nobody could spell it. Heather's just a name. I had no problem with it, but it's just a normal name, and I wanted something powerful because when I changed my name 4 years ago, I had the intentions of, like I said, being financially free. I want people to remember my name, you know. So, and I just wanted something powerful that was everything that I stand for, everything that I am, and yeah. But that name, like I got over and everything, but that name was still, like you said, it kind of made me feel like that little kid again. It was like a stronghold over my life, you know, and I created like a new me by forgiving people and all that stuff. There's a lot of people you forgive. You don't. That doesn't mean that you keep letting them do that.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't mean you hold on to it. You don't have to be mad at them. You don't. You know, but yeah, that's amazing. Wow, you changed your whole name or just your first name or what?
I changed my first and my middle name. My last name was my dad's, and I don't have any issues with my dad, so I
Oh,
love my
okay.
last name, so I kept it.
Oh, okay. Thanks for coming, Defunk. Defunk.
That's my cousin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured a lot of them were people that you knew, I guess. Different people that I didn't know. So that's your cousin? Does he live in your town or?
No, he lives on the other side of the country. I'm actually,
Oh,
well, he's my cousin's husband. I will be going back east. I leave here from Seattle on June 3rd, and I'll drive east. Our family reunion is next month, the end of the month.
you said east. Where we're at in the east?
I grew up between Connecticut and Maine, so they're in Connecticut, and the family
Okay.
reunion is in Maine.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Pennsylvania originally.
Oh, yay!
Yeah. Yeah, this is my third state. I was living in Pennsylvania, and then I lived in, actually another thing when you were talking about sacrificing and you can live without Netflix and this and that. Well, I know all about saving money because, you know, I had my own home, I paid for bills, but then I feel like I said, God liberated me of my home because he wanted me, so I didn't have a home, and he wanted me to do everything I want to do in life. This is my opportunity, you know. So I was living in a hotel. I too was getting away from that abusive, you know, person. And because I stayed there for a couple months, I couldn't do it no more. And I had a plan. I was going to kill myself. But then I started hearing people like Lewis Howes and Gary Vaynerchuk and people like that. And then fast forward 4 years later, people say that I'm the female Gary Vaynerchuk, you know. And no, he really, like, he saved my life. And him and Lewis and Brendan Burchard and all these people, it's just amazing. And so now I owe the world. I owe them and I owe the world to share what I've learned and the things I've overcome, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was homeless for 3.5 years, and on my 40th birthday last year, I got a place to live. So I know what you're talking about. I'm happy. Hey, you just got to stay grateful. I'm so grateful. I can't even tell you, you know?
You remind
So
me a lot. So the job that I do now, that I'm in the last 2 weeks of, I work at a soup kitchen.
Yeah.
So I feed meals to people who are experiencing poverty, and I'm working in downtown Seattle, so I see people who are in that moment of trying to get from point A to point B. They're at the very, very bottom. They're as low as they can get. And the difference between the ones that I see, that I look at and I go, you're going to make it, and the ones that I look at and I see and I think, I wish that I had the power to change your life.
Yeah.
Is the attitude.
Yeah.
You know, I have this man that comes in a lot, who I call him Mr. Frosty because he has the demeanor of Frosty the Snowman. He's the sweetest guy. Always a smile on his face. And one time we had volunteers there that were helping us serve the meal, and one of them asked him, like, why are you always so happy? And he looked over at the counter at her, perfectly brilliant smile on his face and just went, I'm 70 years old. And this morning when I woke up, my eyes opened. So it's a good day. And he just, like, that was what made him happy. He woke up this morning at 70 years old, sleeping on a street in Seattle. He woke up. He got another day added to his life. And that was a powerful thing to him. And it's that attitude, you know, that takes you from struggling to thriving.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have to be a victim anymore. I don't have to suffer through this anymore. I can, and everything you ever do, you have at least two choices. You can or you can't, you will or you won't, you do or you don't. You can choose to be happy or you can choose to be miserable.
Exactly.
And if you're not actively choosing to be happy, then you are passively choosing to be miserable.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I love this girl. Look, that's right. Look, I mean, listen, my name is Liberty v. Justice because there's no period in my V because my victory is never ending. Yours don't have to either, my friend. Like, you know, and I just said this today. I'm going to put this in a podcast because I need to learn more Spanish because there's 70% Latinos in LA. So I want to help as many people as I can before I die. And some people, you can't talk to them if you don't know Spanish, you know? So I said this today.
It's the second most common language in the world.
Yeah, so I said, look, I just love the language, though. I always have. Plus, you know, I mean, the men are great, aren't they? Come on. I'm going to be, you know, I said, I'm going to marry me a nice young Latino. I said, it's got to be, here's the thing.
It can be your thing. It's.
Yeah, no, I just, like, I'm going to be a sugar mom. I'm going to take him away from all this. You know, I'll just be the one making money. I'll take him away from his job as a janitor or whatever. But he's got to be, you know, you know how I like my men? Anything over 21 is a bust. I play my men like I play my blackjack. Thanks, ladies. Life is short. Be happy. Yeah, exactly. You too, Defunk. Defunk. What's your real name? Is he a rapper or something?
No, he's just funny.
Oh, okay. He's a comedian?
No, he's very funny.
Hey, can we do? I wonder. Can you have more than two people? Can you have like 3 or 4 people in the live stream? I was thinking about that.
The only other time I've ever done a live stream, I decided to do a live stream to play hide and seek, and nobody showed up. I think I actually lost followers over it.
Play hide and seek.
You know what? I'm a weird person, and that's fine.
I mean, how does that work? I'm just wondering. I
went live, and then I hid under the crib in the craft room, and nobody watched.
Well, that's the only thing, though, is how would you know if they found you? Because you wouldn't be able to hear them. You know what I'm saying?
I was playing hide and seek with my nieces and nephews.
Okay. That was cool. Okay, that's a good idea. No, I'm just trying to get ideas. You know what I'm thinking? After this, send me your number and stuff, and we should do you have a podcast or anything?
No, I have a website, and I haven't updated it in like a year. I'm trying to backlog stuff so that I can, once I start posting actively, I can keep posting and not overwhelm myself.
Right.
But it's been a rough couple of years. I was homeless last year.
For last year too? Yay, see? So there you go.
And that was the big push, the reminder that like, I'm doing this just fine. I'm living in my car in the desert, but I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, girl.
And so, there's the last year, and then the cousin that was just watching it, his wife is my biological cousin, and her brother, my cousin, passed away in February, and so it's been a rough.
Yeah.
And so it's been hard to keep my website updated.
But I built my website by my own 2 hands when I was homeless too, and I never thought I could ever do it, let alone when I was all this shit I was going through. And all I know is I can do anything I want to do, and I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm serious.
We're doing it.
Yeah, I wish you were here right now, girl. I'd give you a big hug. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so thankful that Gary brought us together. And And I just want to celebrate you right now. I'm so proud of you. You're doing all that. Then you got the job. Now you're quitting the job. And that's the same thing too. I quit my job today. I had not a job, but I have an acting. I have people that get me acting jobs, and I'm quitting. I say, because you know what? I got $1 to my name until I get my disability check from the Army next month, unless they give me my damn check. So I've been emailing them and calling, and I'm like, you know what? I want freedom. That is not freedom. I'm not depending on them. I don't need them. I'm a director, I'm a filmmaker, and I'm a musician. My album needs to come out in August, because when I go to Summit of Greatness, I already got my ticket last year. And when I go there, I'm going to celebrate with them. It's like, hey, I'm not homeless anymore, even though most of them didn't even know. But I said I'm going to do this, and I don't give up. I'm going to keep doing it. Now, everybody out there should know that I'm real. You know, anybody that follows G, and you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not doing this. Like, if it was just for me, I wouldn't, I would give up. I just want you to, I want to celebrate you, Lily. You are worth it. You are amazing. You're going to empower so many women, people, but I want to concentrate on women. You're going to empower more women probably because you're a woman, but man, that is amazing. I can't wait to talk to you again. This is what I want to do though. I want to get your number and stuff, and then send me on a DM, and then we can talk on the phone and text, whatever, but I want to get you on my podcast, because your story, it's like you're telling my story, but you can tell, you know what I'm saying? I want people to hear more people that have victories like that.
That's so
that
funny.
Are like,
That's so funny, because so there's somebody that I follow here on Instagram that's absolutely amazing. And there's no similarity to our stories, except that survival and recovery is the same story over and over.
Yeah.
And her recovery is from alcoholism. My recovery is from abuse. And
yeah.
But the story, the journey of recovery is the same regardless of where you start.
Yeah.
And the parallels that I'm finding, and like how much her story has impacted me, even though I've never been addicted to anything in my life, has been really profound and has opened my eyes a lot to the universal truth of recovery.
Yeah.
You gotta go through the pain. You can't go around it.
Right. Yeah, I just thought, like, I would just, like, I have 11 and a half years clean and sober. Like, I quit cigarettes. I quit drugs, alcohol. I used to take pills, too. I don't even take pills they said I was mentally ill. Well, I mean, when you, like, so my dad, stepdad, but I call him dad now because I love him for being there for my family when my grandma died. It was the worst thing that ever happened to us. And all those things, like, he made me who I am. But anyway, so my dad molested me from the time I was 2, from the time he adopted me, so then I got his name. This is the 4th time I've had my name changed, but the first time for myself, But, so he molested me, and then when I was 13, he raped me. And then when I was, I went away for the summer to kids' college, and so he went to prison, but then I had to testify against him in court when I was in high school at 14, and then he went to, and then everybody knew about it, basically, and in my school. So I hated school. I used to love it, but then when I went to high school, I hated it because all the people, it's a small town, and everybody was like talking about me. They call me a whore. All these kids call me a whore. They don't know what, kids. But so I went through hell. So I started drugs, cigarettes, then I started drugs, alcohol, and my life just kind of, because I went to the Army, right? So my life spiraled out of control after that, because he was getting out of prison. This was like 10 years later. He's getting out of prison, and my mother took him back, and there was also more kids involved. So I don't want to get into all that, but it's been hell, it's been hell. And then I have 2 kids that I raised that it's been hell. That's all I can tell you. There's things I can't say on here, but man, hold on one second. Dude, I love your outfit, man. That is amazing. Yeah, that was so cool. I couldn't, but it was just, man, all this stuff going on. So I had to leave my house. I was homeless, but not really, because I stayed indoors. Like this time, 3.5 years, I slept outside, But so anyway, I was clean and sober for a year, and then because they give breathalyzer stuff, so I wanted to stay indoors, So then I got my first apartment. All hell broke loose, and I had, all I had was welfare. My mom signed me up for this Army thing, disability and stuff, and I got that. But let's put it this way: it wasn't in my name. I didn't have no money again. So yeah, it was crazy. It was but I'm just so glad to be out of that. I'm glad. Oh, I met a guy. So I met a guy
Uh,
right after that. Yeah, 10 years. That was the guy I was telling you. Called me fat, ugly, stupid. You know, you never go anywhere in life. Nobody's ever gonna let you. He beat the crap. He punched me in the face one time when we were driving, and he thought that was funny. I had a miscarriage. He thought that was funny. You know, so he's sick. You know what I mean? One time he stepped on a mouse, and he didn't kill it though. It was by my house, like outside, not even inside. And I was like, why did you do that? It wasn't harming anybody. He was like, I don't remember what he said, but then he looked at it, and I was like, well, finish the job, kill it. And he was like, no, I want to see it struggle. That is sick.
that's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
That's
So,
not
but
good.
it's over. That's why I'm so happy. And then, so then I quit all stuff, and I'm homeless, and years later, I lost my home after I lost the weight, and I quit the drugs and all that. I became a vegan, and I got cancer. So I was very sick for a long time, and I'm just laughing because it's like people don't appreciate their lives. They don't do anything, and then they judge people. Like, so people in the store where I'm at right now, I stayed here because I'm like, no, forget that. I'm not gonna let them bring me down. This is downtown, and I need to be down here so I could do my thing because LA is a big place, and traveling takes too long without cars, you know, or even with the car when it's you know. But anyway, so they said that I was on crack. People were saying, because I know I have friends here, and they were telling me they think you're crazy, they think you're on crack, and I'm like, I got offended at first because I was like, wow, I thought these people cared about me. I thought like that they at least, respected me, because I love them, yeah, and I still love them. The thing is, they're poor, okay? So they have that mindset that you don't talk about people like that. If you have an issue, you want to know something, you should ask the person, you know, and that's what I do. It's been hard. I had to learn how to communicate though through being homeless, So I'm just so happy because the way they judge me, I sing and dance because I'm happy, because I'm free, you know, and that's why people think I'm on crack because I have all this energy all the time. Because I love my life. I'm alive.
Yeah.
I have a purpose, So that's their problem, you know. I mean, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Half the time I don't fall asleep till midnight, 1 o'clock, but I'm happy and I love what I'm doing,
That's
you
what
know.
matters. That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
yeah, and just do what you love and then money will follow.
The the biggest thing that I've learned is, and I tell this to people, is I don't owe anybody anything.
Right. You know
And
yourself.
nobody owes me anything.
Right.
Nothing is owed back and forth between us.
Right. I hate that. Yeah.
We get to owing nothing. And it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
our struggle is our struggle, and we get
Yeah.
from point A to point B, and people come in and they help. But just because somebody
Right.
comes in and helps us doesn't mean we owe them anything.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's like,
somebody giving us a place to live when we are sleeping on the street, that doesn't mean that they are owed our
right.
bodies.
Right.
It doesn't, like, and you can insert any example you can think of. Like, but what it comes down to is, I don't owe you anything, you don't owe me anything. But
Right.
and when you look at it that simply, it makes it really easy to remember that your story doesn't impact me unless I want it to. My story doesn't impact you unless you want it to.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so if you're
Like,
bouncing around and you look like you're on crack and people are affected by that, it's because they're choosing to be affected by that.
right. The thing is, they don't, the thing is with people, I know why they do that. See, people do that out of fear. The thing is, about me, I call myself the excuse eliminator. People don't have no excuses around me. They do, and they try, and they give them to me all the time, but I'm like, well, keep them. You can go ahead and keep that, because to me, excuses and complaining and whining and blaming, that's all contagious. Keep that over there, because I had excuses. I was just like that. But people feel accountable around me, and guess what else I thought? I did a podcast about this, and I don't know if I did release it. It's a very funny one. I like this one. But I said the thing is that Grant Cardone gets accused of being on crack to this day. He used to be on crack, but he's not. See, the thing is, because he knows his purpose. He knows what he's supposed to be doing. Thanks for coming, Blueberry me. You know
Hola.
that? Hola. Hola, ¿cómo estás? That's cool. So who is that? Is that a lady or a man?
That is, I believe, I don't know how they identify. This is somebody who has followed me for a very long time, since I did
okay.
YouTube forever ago.
Oh, really? You don't do YouTube anymore?
My most loyal friends, well, followers. I don't know.
I want to look up your YouTube channel. You know what? Send me your links and all that because I want to look up. I've been doing
my
YouTube
YouTube
4 years.
videos are still up. Actually, I took them all down.
Darn it.
Well, they were all under my dead name, so.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, you could change your. That's the thing, though. You could change your name. Were you saying it in the videos? Because you can change your name on YouTube.
Simple boy. Simple boy. There
Boy, a simple boy. That's cute.
You know, the funny thing is, I don't even know his name. I just, because that's been his handle for like the longest time. So forever, you've just been Blueberry to me. And it's not
What's
even
your
what
name?
the name is. It's just,
Yeah.
oh, it's Blueberry.
That's funny. What's your name, Blueberry? You're making me hungry. I haven't eaten yet. I gotta go eat. But hey,
I need
Lily.
to go to bed because I need to be up.
Yeah, go to bed. But listen, before you do that, real quick,
Nick,
send me your information.
I did know that.
Nick, okay. Nickelodeon.
The 90s kids come out.
What?
I said, and the 90s kids come out.
Yeah, because you're cutting out a little. That's why I asked. But do me a favor, please. Before you go and do that, I'm gonna try to save this if I can. I hope it lets me save it. But if not, then anyway, send me like your phone number if you feel comfortable. Or you don't have YouTube anymore, but send me your website, like all your information.
I will be going back on YouTube. This is something I have not announced publicly yet, so Nick gets to be the first one to know.
Hey, you want to start out by doing an interview on my channel? Send me your Gmail, and we'll do an interview as soon as you're free.
Yeah, I'm not going to be free until July.
Okay, that's okay. But
I'm going to be starting a vlog about my travel adventures, which is something that only one other person before this knew about. So.
Oh, okay, that's cool. But yeah, well, I mean.
Aww.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But you're wonderful.
Yeah, you're a good guy. We like you. He's very smart, isn't he? Yeah, I like that. Hey, man, send me a message, man. I'll send you a nice a video like to brighten your day up. Hey, my name is Liberty, by the way, Blueberry or Nick. I'm sorry, Nick.
Sorry, it's just gonna be Blueberry. I like that. Taken this like existential pain name and turned it into something adorable. I appreciate that about myself. No, it's Nick.
Yeah. And I appreciate you. You're cool, man. I love you, Lily. You're amazing. You're
right as I'm like leaving. All these people.
I know. No, we gotta go, dude, because I gotta pee, and then I'm gonna eat and finish my YouTube stuff and my podcast.
Yeah, I have to go to sleep.
Yeah, but let's do this. That we'll let them go. They'll come back. And then I'll contact these people. But let's do this and just send me information, and maybe we could do like a 5-minute podcast. I want you to tell your story about you change your name and where you're going, stuff like that.
I don't think I could talk for just 5 minutes, but we can try.
Well, we could do longer. We could do 10, 15. But let's do it.
Figure it out.
Yeah. Right. That is so amazing. I'm so proud of you. I just want to celebrate you. I want to say I'm proud of you. I appreciate you, and I'm gonna be here for you to support you. Okay, Lily? I'm gonna be here.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Thank you, man, and thank you, Gary Vaynerchuk, for bringing us together. Yeah.
Right.
So
it was good.
You are worth it. You too. Thanks, Lily. Remember, you're worth it. Okay.
You're worth it.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Send me that info. Okay. All right. Bye.